Well, hello everybody. This is Dr. Troy Dukowitz of the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this: success really does leave clues, so why not copy it? So this is part 2, and I have no idea how many audios there's going to be on this particular series as we map and take a look at the victory of the St. Louis Blues winning the Stanley Cup. And as you know, if you've listened to the podcast previously, you know that the St. Louis Blues won the Stanley Cup after being in dead last in the National Hockey League on January 2nd to then raising the Stanley Cup trophy 6 months later. Amazing. It's just an absolutely amazing story that they could then be the best in all of hockey. And one of the things I found interesting, and if you've heard me talk about this before, I love watching post-game interviews. I love studying success. I love hearing what other people do, what they think, what they say, how they react, how they're working around other people. And one of the things that came up as they were discussing the turnaround, how they went from worst to first. And one of the things that their interim coach, because they fired their original coach, they brought in another coach. His name is Craig Berube, and they bring in Berube. And one of the things that he did is he basically brought his team into a room, and they started watching game film of other teams. And not even necessarily teams that they were playing the next day. They were studying the successes of the other teams. They were literally watching what they were doing on defense. They were watching what they were doing on offense. They were watching certain setups that they would have in offense and or defense. They were watching ways that they were protecting their goalie, watching how their goalie was playing. They were literally watching all the teams that were being successful at that time and saying, look, what we're doing is not working, so let's simply copy success that is already out there. And this is just, to me, it was such an amazing thing to hear because I'm going, wow, I never even thought of that before. But I mean, I guess I've watched before and thought, whoa, why don't you do it the way they're doing it? It works for them. And I've done that in baseball before, in hockey and basketball. I've done that where I've watched and go, why can they do it, but we can't? And then all of a sudden what they're talking about is exactly that the team literally sat down and the coach got them to watch these other teams. And here's something that's even more interesting about that follow-up comment that they would make. Is that it was incredibly bold, a bold move because these are professional athletes. And typically you're not going to have them wanting to watch what other teams are doing. They had to set their ego aside. They had to be humbled in that moment and say, wait a minute, yeah, what we're doing is not working. Maybe we can learn from these other players. And so they would then copy what they were doing and put it into their own model of success. So now I want you to think about this in your own life. You listen to a podcast every day, and I have incredible successes in my life, and I'm a student of success. I'm a coach. I'm constantly doing these things so that what I even share with you are things that I learn and I live, and I come from experience in what I'm able to share. But I love these lessons because many of them are reminders to me, oh shit, I used to do that. Or I need to get more focused on doing that because when I'm doing that thing, it works so much better. I'm not perfect, but what I am is I am a student. And as a student, I can learn it, I can live it, and then I can teach it. And so I look at this and it becomes a matter of, as you heard before, time and time again in life, that success leaves clues. But the problem with many people is that they don't want to take the clues. They want to make it harder on themselves than it actually has to be. So I share a podcast with you in the hopes that I'm laying down these success tracks that you could actually pick up and just start to use immediately instead of thinking that you have to recreate the wheel. And you might listen to others. You might listen to Tony Robbins, Gary Vee. I don't know. You might listen to other people as well. And you listen to them. And I know what happens sometimes is that people put it in their heads that they go, well, yeah, that works for them, but I don't think it'll work for me. And we get into this mindset battle when in actuality you have nothing to lose. If you were just to take a look at the materials you're reading right now, if you're looking at the videos that you're watching right now, how much are you actually implementing? And I've said this statement time and time again to my own clients and to people I talk to. You don't need more information, you need more implementation. You might listen to 3 messages in a row from me and go, damn, it's almost the same message. And yet I have to ask you the question, say, well, damn, are you taking action on any of them? And most of the time people aren't. They listen to it. It's a little bit of mental masturbation. It feels good for a while and then it's done. As opposed to, no, I'm going to take what I'm learning today and I'm going to implement it in my life immediately. I'm not going to wait till tomorrow. I'm not going to wait till next week. I'm going to implement it. And I'm going to humble myself that I could listen to somebody and get some information from them that could actually help to steer my life in the right direction. It could actually help to increase the results I'm already getting. It could actually help me to get results that I'm not getting. But are you willing to humble yourself and trust in a process that if you're willing to listen to me, then you might as well trust in the process that I'm sharing with you. If you're willing to watch a video of somebody, if you're going to watch them, if you're going to take the time to watch them, it means you already trust them. Like listening to me, it means you already trust me, so why not trust the process of what I'm sharing with you so that you can use this to expand in your life? Success truly does leave clues. We do not have to go out and recreate the wheel, but what we do have to do is increase our implementation of the information that we already have. So simply take a look at your life across body, being, balance, and business. And those areas where you feel nervous and you're just not taking that action, you're just not pushing through. Look at those areas and say, hey, where in my life can I simply just copy the success that I see around me? Copy those habits that I see around me. Mindset is an ongoing thing. You've got to continually train your mindset. But the actual skill sets and the things that you have to do many times are not that difficult. We simply make them harder on ourselves because of our mindset. So take a deep breath, let it all the way out, and just sit there and take this moment to reflect. And where in your life are you just making things way too hard on yourself? You see success around you. Hell, you've even created your own success. And where is it that you need to take those habits, take those actions, take those mindsets that maybe even one time you've practiced or not, and use them to create success in those 4 categories of body, being, balance, and business. Give this a shot every single day for the next 7 days. I'm confident that after that, you'll continue to do it for 14 and 21 and even 30. And you'll keep climbing the ladder of success because you're willing to look at the success around you and implement it in your own life. That's all I've got for you here today. Hey, if you haven't already, head on over to iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. I'd love it if you would go ahead and head over there and give me a rating or a review. And then finally, as always, look, if you need something, Dr. Troy, DrTroy, @commitandgo.com. Email me. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear successes. If you've got a challenge and you need support, I'm here to give you that too. And some of you might even want to get on the phone and go further and have an interview. That'd be awesome. But either way, I'm here to support. That's all I've got for you here today. This has been the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. We'll hear you next time. Bye-bye.